Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of the Some Assemblage Required unboxing of the Advent calendar. Today is day 12 and it's just the Advent calendar today. No wood grain in winter, so that'll be tomorrow. Come back and see it then. But I'm going to unbox this. I'm going to then set it aside, go pull some papers and photos, and try to make a layout out of it. So let's go ahead and see what's in it. I don't know if MK still has Advent calendars available at this point or not, but there's a link down below just in case. Cute little number, but I'm not here for the number, I'm here for the goods, right? All right. Okay. Ooh, cute little clouds. So we've got 5 little clouds, and they look like they're wood grain. Those are cool. I'm going to open them up. I'm also going to pull a little bit of the masking off to see if they're all the same color, because they look like they're probably 2 different colors. We've got a darker edge and a lighter edge, but the masking that's over the front, which protects it when it's being etched or scored, kind of hides the coloring. So I like to pull some of the masking off so I can see exactly what I'm getting. Okay, this is kind of like a it's not the light color wood that she's got. I don't know the names of the wood. I apologize. I'm terrible with that kind of stuff. And these might be easier to peel with like some tape, but my tape is terrible. It doesn't stick to anything and pull it off. But if you have something like duct tape or Gorilla Tape, that might work better. So these are different colors. I don't know if you can see that. This one still has a little bit of the masking on it. I'm going to hold them closer so that you can see. I'm actually going to peel a little bit off of each of these, trying to get now it looks zebra striped because I didn't get it all off, but that's okay. You're going to get the idea. Let's see what this one is. And you really just can't tell unless you pull. Okay, this is like the light color wood that she normally carries. So this might be all, I think she has 5 different kinds of wood, you guys. I said this might be all 5. I'm not 100% sure, but I remember the little tickets earlier in the month were 5 different colors. So let me put these on here and hold them up nice and close so that you can see. So yeah, there are 5 different colors. Let's see here. I don't know that I can get my lighting any better for you to see that. I might have to hold them down low. But yeah, super cute. Okay, I'm going to set these aside, go and pull some papers and photos, and see what I can make. I'll be back. Okay, so I got super creative and pulled 2 sheets of white paper. Exciting, right? No, actually, it's going to be really cool because I am going to leave it a white background, but I am going to add some rub-ons and go from there. So these are photos from our trip to Alaska, and these were taken in Sitka. So I've got several pictures of scenery and then some of signage and then some of people. The signage I am putting into 3x4 flip-flops from Close to My Heart. There are other companies that make similar things. They're called photo flaps or something to that effect. But I have the ones from Close to My Heart, which they're no longer in business, so I don't know that you can get them anymore. I'm not sure if Stampin' Up! Continued to carry them or if they've got their own or what. And so I've got some scenery that are also going to be in flip-flops, and then I thought I would pull in the, what is this collection? Something Spice. Spice? It's from 49 and Market, and it is the cluster kit. I think it might just be called Spice. Anyway, I am pulling that in, and I am going to kind of loosely follow the cluster, not exactly, but similar. So I am using the one that's in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen there. You can still kind of see it there, so you can kind of see what is going to be created a little bit. I apologize, I didn't show that up on the screen any closer. I probably should have, but mine is not going to be exact anyway. So it does start with the turquoise in the background there, and I think that's fine. My photos are going to be in there, so you're not going to see the majority of it. You're just going to see a little bit of an edge peeking out. And that is one of the things about layering, whether it's paper or embellishments or a cluster kit. When you layer, you have to be willing to cover up a lot of the pretty stuff. If you're not willing to cover it up, layering might not be your thing, but it is how you get the layered look. So it's something to consider if you really just can't part with, you know, showing every, or not, maybe not every bit, but the majority of your papers or your embellishments, then it might not be your thing. But 49 and Market does it really well. I personally love layering, and so I'm going to go ahead and go with it, and I don't mind that things are covered up. If it's something that I really want, like I could gut that turquoise paper and save some of it for something else just by cutting out the part that's going to be hidden by the photos anyway, but I'm not going to do that because I've got more of it and it's not a big deal. And it's just turquoise, right? It is also something to consider. I don't use solid cardstock other than white, black, craft, maybe a little bit of gray. Not usually even gray. I can't even say gray, you guys. Most of my paper is all patterned paper. I just don't keep it because I don't use it. I would rather use a patterned paper that reads as a solid, like these 49 and Market papers do, or some of the 49 and Market papers do, but there's a lot of companies that make paper that are similar, and not all of it has to look distressed. You can get tone on tone patterns like polka dots and stripes and whatever you can find that is tone on tone, and it reads as a solid when it's far away or when it's layered like this, and you don't have to worry about it. Okay, that's just my 2 cents. I'm going to be quiet now about layering. I am going to cut these flowers because I do think the other side of them is absolutely beautiful, and I'm not going to have any peeking out at the bottom of my cluster. You can see the bottom cluster on the cluster kit has flowers at the bottom, but mine are not going to peek out because I've got photos underneath it. So I don't want my flowers to be covered by the photos, and I don't want to cover my photos with the flowers. I'm also going to use one of the rub-ons here that says Together. That is going to be my title. It's going to be Making Memories Together. So I'm going to use a chipboard piece out of the Spice chipboard that says Making Memories, and layer it right over the top of the word Together. That is a rub-on, so that's going to be flat, although the chipboard piece has dimension, which is fine because I've used some frames as well. These are also from 49 and Market. They're from a different, I don't know if they're actually from a collection. They might just be like an add-on pack to, or an accessory pack. I'm not really sure. I didn't really see a name on it. Although I'm sure there is one, so I could probably go look again. But yeah, I'm using a couple of frames, one to frame me and MK, one to frame the flip flaps in the bottom left-hand corner. And I think that goes well with the framework from the cluster kit that I have chosen to use. And then I am, as you can see here, gutting out my rub-ons because I want to use the rest of that pink rub-on somewhere else. This was the only large pink rub-on in this collection that I have, so I definitely want to use it in more than one place to bring the colors across. And I chose to use the Spice collection because there's a lot of this pink in these photos. First of all, the front of my shirt has a pink pattern on it. It reads as a solid from far away, but it's definitely not solid. And there are a lot of these pink flowers, the pinky purple flowers around in the scenery, so I thought this pink worked really well with the whole overall look, and so I am just embracing it and going with it. I really like the way that it looks. Okay, so I've got my Together on my page now. I'm just going to go ahead and put the cluster Making Memories on top of it there. And then I'm thinking about where I want to put these clouds and which one is going to go in which spot. I am going to use all of the clouds on this layout, all 5 of them. And I think it works great because it's a double page layout. They're going to be spread around, whereas earlier in the month I used the wooden tickets that she had, and there were 5 of them. and I used them as one embellishment, kind of stacked on top of each other, not physically stacked, but one above the other, going up the page. And this time I am spreading them all out. So just decided I was going to put my other rub-on here in this bottom left-hand corner to kind of go get a bit of a diagonal going across, even though I'm not going with a diagonal pattern at all. I just wanted to make sure I had some pink over on the left-hand page as well as the right-hand page, and I thought that was a really good place to do it. That flip-flap is going to pop up really nicely where I can just lift it up. You can see the other photo behind it that I'm tucking everything behind. And so the flip-flap's going to be right on top of it. It gets mounted to the outside of the page protector, so it's easy to just flip it up and then you can see the photo below it. There's actually two photos because there's one on the back side of the piece that says Historic Sitka, so I get three photos for the price of one on a layout. Or for the space of one, I should say. Okay, I've also pulled out some turquoise flowers. These flowers are probably from the Spectrum Sherbert collection, and I am tucking those in here as well because I've got the turquoise butterfly, which came with the cluster kit for Spice, and the little circular piece that says love this. So, and then the piece that says making memories. So I definitely wanted to pull in a little bit more turquoise elsewhere. And I have a lot of rub-ons left over from the Spectrum Sherbert collection, and so I thought those would be perfect to go ahead and put on this layout to give a little bit more color and pizzazz, and I'm really liking the way that it's coming out. I've got this bow that I'm sticking to the photos. I purposely chose my photos to go in the orientation that they are because I didn't really want to cover up the leading edge of the board, the railing that leads to MK in the photo. So I made sure I put her photo on the right hand side and then my photos on the left hand side, so it's not covering up anything even though the embellishments are overlapping the photos. Again, I'm using more of the Spectrum Sherbert rub-ons down in the left hand corner, and then I'm going to use a couple in this upper right hand corner with a couple of butterflies on it, and I think that looks good. I didn't realize it while I was doing all of this, but I am going to have some journaling that goes up at the top of the photos, of the photo that I'm currently working on here, and then it will continue below the word together. I just had too much of it to fit below the word together, and I tried something different this time, something I don't normally do, because I knew I had a lot to say and I needed to do it pretty small. I used the Project Life app and I typed up my journaling in the Project Life app, and then I printed it on my photo printer, which made sure that I kept it to the same size as my photos and not any wider. And it also gave me a great way to figure out the spacing. And so you're going to see me do that more towards the end here, but I'm going to cut some strips of journaling and then adhere those down. Just adding a little bit more turquoise to this upper right hand corner here. I'm liking how that's looking. That's going to work well because there's my journaling. It does cover quite a bit of it there. I apologize you didn't see me actually attach it. It's just strips that I cut on my, I double spaced them on the Project Life app and then cut them apart. And that is it, you guys. If you have questions or comments, let me know. You can leave those down below and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Don't forget to go check out MK's channel and see what she's doing today with today's Advent pieces. And I will be back again tomorrow with another one. So I will see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.